Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 48 of Direwolf20's Let's Play of Minecraft 1.21. Today it's I think it's enchanting time. I think that's where we're at. I think it's time to get into enchanting. I decided that I don't need this whole room for industrial foregoing, so I split it down the middle, and I'll probably use this half of the room for like industrial foregoing and probably enchanting, because they kind of go hand in hand a little bit. And then this side of the room might be something else. I don't know. Mattercraft maybe? Could be cool. Something. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Is we're gonna play around with some enchanting stuff. So a couple things I'm gonna want to do. First off, we're gonna get into Apotheosis enchanting. Because that is a fun mod, and I think we can get that going. So there's like a ton of enchants that Apotheosis adds. There's a ton of tables that it adds, and bookshelves, and like, well, not tables, but bookshelves. It adds all kinds of mechanics, and frankly, most of them are overpowered. And I'm okay with that, because overpowered is definitely fun at times. But you can get like crazy things through Apotheosis, like looting 8? Looting 7? I thought there was an 8 in here somewhere, but I might be wrong. There it is, looting 8. Yep, there you go. And you can get like fortune, I think goes up to 9? No, also 8. Still, pretty wild. So yeah, crazy enchants, right, that you can get through Apotheosis. And that's fun because I'll be able to use those crazy enchants going forward in some of my automation machines. So like I can set up something that'll be like, you know, fortune 9, and we can like automate some cool stuff with it. Does that sound kind of like a plan? I think that sounds like a plan. So that's our plan for today. We're gonna mess with that a little bit. So to get into Apotheosis, we're gonna have to go through the progression. So if we look up bookshelves from Apotheosis, I thought that's what they were called. Are they not called bookshelves? These things, yeah. Oh, shelf. If you just look up shelf, because there's a bunch of different shelves, but they're not bookshelves. There's hell shelves and sea shelves and dormant deep shelves and end shelves. So basically shelves of all kind. We'll get into Apotheosis today. We'll talk about how all the mechanics of it work, because it expands enchanting and makes it more fun, in my opinion, because it gives you a lot more progression. Instead of just going up to 30 levels, you can get up to 100 levels, which is pretty wild. So we'll be taking a look at that today. And it also adds 3 attributes to enchanting. Eterna, which is like your vanilla enchanting mechanic, but it also adds Quanta and Arcana, which help adjust the kind of enchants you can get and add a little bit more variety and a little bit more work to getting the enchanting stuff working. So we'll get into Apotheosis, and then we'll also use Industrial Foregoing's enchantment extractor, which is a super fun and powerful block. So let's go ahead and make this guy first, because he's gonna be cool. Okay? So shouldn't be too bad. We're just waiting on advanced machine frame, and you can see a little bit of particle action happening back there. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's there. It's going. You can see machines are running. The enchantment extractor, super cool. I want something like this in just Dire Things, but I also don't want to. In everything I've made in just Dire Things, I've been trying to avoid just like having the exact same mechanic as another mod's block. So I'm like, I like the idea of being able to manipulate enchantments. I have a couple ideas on how I want to do things with enchantments. I just need to like figure out how to do it. But there's things I want to do with enchantments. I very much want to be able to copy enchantments. Like once you get one, I want you to be able to copy it. But I haven't figured out how to implement that just yet. So we'll see. So the enchantment extractor is here. What you can do is you can take enchantments off items and transfer them to books. Or you can convert them into mob essence, which is like liquid experience. But I usually do this way because generally speaking, what I'm after is taking an enchant that exists on a tool, taking it off, and putting it on books. So this thing's pretty straightforward to set up. He will need power though, so I could. What's my range look like on this guy? What I could do is probably just expand the Z a little bit and maybe even like do that so that it, you know, I don't know that we need a lot more power here, so I'll just kind of like leave this as is. But that should be, you know, juicing this guy up now. Cool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to configure the bottom. There we go. Middle click will turn it off. So you can be bottom enabled for the brown slot, which is going to be books. And I'm going to export bus books from the AE system using crafting cards. Okay. And then enchantment extractors we'll put items in here, and then the books the completed books come out. I forget which one of those. And that's all there is to it. It's really pretty straightforward. Let's see. Can we see any enchanted items? Armor. Do we even have any? I might not. I've been mostly avoiding stuff. But yeah, here we go. We got some that we can demonstrate, right? So that's cool. So if we did this and we grabbed some books, we tossed them in here, and then we did that, you'll notice that it's going to extract, and it will take one item out at a time. Cool. Or one enchant, that is. Okay. Now we can speed that up with add-ons, so we will probably do that. Oh, we're out of diamonds again. I told you those add-ons use a lot of diamonds. Holy cow, is that a lot of diamonds? We're going to need more diamonds for sure. But there we go. Now we've got, you know, those enchants done and done. Cool. So efficiency is the one I got time reductions, and I'll just run a little bit quicker. Okay, cool. That one only had one enchant on it. This one had these two. And that's pretty good times. Oh, don't do that. Do that. Awesome. Cool. So you get the item back, and you get the enchantment book taken off of them. It's a pretty powerful mechanic, and it's going to be very useful for us going forward. Next up, let's start looking at an enchanting table. Now, do I even have enough things for this? I don't know. We'll find out. Bookshelves and whatnot. So I'm going to stick you there to start, and then we can get some bookshelves. We'll start with basic ones because, you know, like most things modded, you just kind of start with the basics and you go from there. Let's get a couple hundred of you ready to go because I'm going to want oak bookshelves like this. And we'll get like our standard 15. Cool. I get a few more. Oh, there we go. That's why it's off. Now, the good thing about Apotheosis is you can completely surround the table, and you will probably need to as you progress through the mod. So let's take a look here and see where we're at. So with this setup that we currently have, we've got 3 bars that we have to worry about. Eterna, which is the enchanting level. That's like vanilla enchanting, right? The same thing as vanilla. But instead of only going up to 30 like in vanilla, you can get as high as 100. But you can't just use regular bookshelves to do it. You need to get some special ones. Quanta has some randomness to it. It basically can bump you up a little bit higher or down a little bit lower. So it's a random adjustment. So like with this, you know, that 30 might go up to like 36 or 38, or it might go down to like 26 or 22, right? Like, so it can go up or down a few points. So it kind of adds some randomness to the effect. However, you can adjust Quanta to make it more likely to be positive, and that's what the rectification thing does, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And then finally, Arcana adjusts the rareness of enchants that can appear. So basically, like, some enchants are really common, like efficiency, and some enchants are really rare to get, like fortune. Arcana kind of flips those, so when you get a really high level of Arcana, you're going to be more likely to get the rare enchants and less likely to get the common enchants. Which is sometimes good and sometimes bad, because like if what you're after is protection, that's a common enchant. So we'll deal with that in a little bit. So that's the beginnings of getting the table up and running. Now, in addition to this, I'm going to probably want an experience holder down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to automate. I want all my experience to be consolidated down here for the most part. Yes, I have an idea on how that's going to work. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that rolling. All right, just came back from a little bit of a mining expedition. So that should have gotten me more diamonds. Well, a few, not crazy, but enough. Enough to get what we need to do, at least. So now what I want to make, I want to extract the fluids out of here, but I want to keep a certain amount in stock, is what I'm thinking. Now the XP inside the experience holder is a fluid. So you can see there's like 1,000. I'm trying to figure out what that means. I forget what I did. I think there's 1,000 buckets in there. Yeah, I think there's 1,000 buckets in there. of experience. And over here, we should probably have a decent amount of experience too. Oh yeah, we've got a lot of experience in this guy. We've got 4,000 buckets of experience. So we should be able to consolidate these. What I want to do is extract all the experience out of this one. And I would like to extract some, but leave a little bit of experience in this one. Does that sound cool? And to do this, I'm going to use laser IO and a infrequently used thing, the advanced laser connector. So let me get a few of these guys, because they shouldn't be too bad. And then we're going to definitely need some basic filters. Oh my goodness, we're out of sand again. Keep saying I have to fix my sand problem, and I keep not fixing my sand problem. But guess what is really good at making sand and stuff like that? Industrial Foregoing, that mod we just got into. Okay, so with that said, we could probably do a little bit. Is that cool? And that's cool. Okay, so that should be good. And maybe we want, like, a good number of these just to be ready. Sweet. Okay, we should be good on that front. Let's see, how am I for cards? Probably. Yeah, you guys were when I was playing with my warden guy. Cleaned, good, good. And I might want a dozen or so of you dudes, because I feel like we're gonna have a lot of buckets to transfer here. Okay. So let's set up a laser IO guy here. Okay, so you're gonna have a laser node on the up face that will extract, but we're going to filter count out just dire things, liquid experience, XP fluid. Okay, and I would like you to keep 32 buckets. Does that sound like a number? That sounds like a number that I like. Hello, friends. How's it going? I gotta say, these dudes are far less common in this pack, which I do appreciate, because I'm not a fan. Anything I care about in here? Not really. Bye. Thank you. See you later. Alright, and then from here, we're going to establish a advanced laser node connector. Now, the advanced laser node connector, and we're going to make this a green kind of dude. Is that cool? I like green. Okay. The advanced laser connector is wireless, well, they're all wireless because they're lasers, but it's infinite range connector. So like normal connectors and nodes can only transmit about 8 blocks between each other. This guy, on the other hand, is infinite range. Okay. So we will be able to connect him anywhere in the world or across dimensions and have a laser IO network that spans across dimensions, basically. So with that said, I should be able to come over here. And I added this little tunnel. I think I might have forgotten to mention that. And what I'd like to have is probably sitting right about maybe here. Does that sound cool? I don't know exactly where I want this to sit. Does it matter? I'm going to put it on this side of the enchanting table for now. We could always move it if needed. But basically, I'm going to put a node here, and on the up face, we will insert fluids. Okay. Now, if I came down here and I connected, you notice it turned green, and now we have this little bauble, which I made this for laser IO, and then I stole it for Just Dire Things item collector, because I just think it looks so cool. That little pulsing, like, looks so neat. I like it. So that guy is now connected. It's supposed to be telling you where it's connected to, but I think I just found a bug. So that overlay is not working clearly. Then we connect this dude up. And if I'm not mistaken, you should be transferring fluids now. You are, look, it's sending. Nice. 45, 50 buckets. Cool. 34 experience. Nice. 41 experience levels. Awesome. Now we have a lot of experience to transfer. So I might need to... how much? I mean... We could speed this up a little bit with an overclocker. And that would be 5 buckets per tick. And that'll pretty quickly transfer. Okay, cool. Now, why is he empty? Because he should have kept 32 buckets in there. That's interesting. Why did he not keep 32 buckets in there? Exceptional question. Because he should have. And you... There we go, 126 levels. I feel like there's some kind of little desync happening there. Like it's not updating correctly. I'm going to have to... I think I know what's causing that. That's probably a bug I'll have to address. All right, I'm making a note for myself. Bug in experience holder. Experience holder doesn't update client when piping in fluids. So you just have to like close and reopen the UI or change something, and then you should be cool. So if I do that and then we go home, he should steal my experience, right? And then he should... Oh wow, you do have a lot. Cool, okay. What he should be doing is extracting everything but 32 buckets worth of experience. So I don't know why he didn't. Not the end of the world, but I wanted this to retain some amount of the fluid. Interesting. Huh. So it's definitely keeping a few... It's not doing exactly what I wanted it to do with the whole keeping 32 buckets in stock thing. I don't know if that's a laser IO bug or a just dire things experience holder bug. It might be the way the tank is represented, because like I had to kind of trick this thing into the way the tank works. It might be that. I'll have to test that also. See? Testing my own mods, finding bugs in them. All right, for fun, I'm going to just test something real quick here. Let's remove this for a moment. So you've got all these levels in you, right? If I put a tank here, okay, and I set you to insert on orange and change this extract level to orange, right? You filled up very quickly. Okay, never mind. Well, right. Yeah, you're going to do that, aren't you? Do that. Okay. I'm going to put you on high signal for now, so you don't do that no more. Okay. So now if I changed you to keep 16 buckets in stock, he should be extracting all but 16 now. Correct. All right, so it's a bug in the experience holder. Gotcha. Now extract the rest. Thank you. Is that the right one? Nope. That's the right one. All right, so then you go back to here. And I'll keep this in there for now. And I'll put you to ignored. And then what you should be doing is draining. 5 buckets, you know, per second is a little bit slow. This face, please. Thank you. I'll probably bump it up to 20 buckets every 10 ticks. That should be fine. Yeah. So, another bug. Experience. Wow, lots of bugs in the experience holder today. Holder with filter keep in stock. That's enough of a note. I'll know what that means. Okay, but now I can do the same thing over here. Okay, so we're going to hook up this experience holder. Hope you have a channel. You have a thing under you. Can I sneak in there? No, you have a power cable underneath you, don't you? Man, it's annoying. Man, you're a little tight, aren't you? A little tight in here. A little bit of wiring and mess. Probably a lot of wiring and mess. Let's. You need power here, huh? I mean, I could throw an energy transmitter over here, and then we wouldn't have to worry about power so much. Would probably be cool with that. Let's do that. Let's throw an energy transmitter down here, so I can remove you. Is that all the power needs I had? That should be cool. And then we'll do the power dude. And then you're gonna deny list those. Then you will be, and then +1 on the Y. So that should be cool. That should be keeping everything powered up. Looking good to me, right? Cool. Now I can have you on the up will also be extract on orange. And we'll do 20 buckets every 10 ticks. Okay. And we're going to hook you up to here. Okay. And then we're going to hook you up back at the base. Oops, I forgot you're not range 1 anymore. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll have another dude here. We'll link him. Now he's bound. Now I think I do this to this, and it'll change this one to green, and that should be cool. And now he should be getting a bunch of experience. See? Sweet. And all that experience should be coming from... That one's updating client side. Still, minor bugs I'll have to fix. Oh, and you don't need to be rendering the Moors. Okay. So that should be draining all the experience out of here, right? Wow, that's a lot of experience. It's a lot of experience, to be fair. It's all right, it'll get there. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could speed it up to even faster. That's 40 buckets per tick. There we go. Not bad. Not bad. And then what we should be seeing is this experience bar continuing to grow because every time we do experience, that's cool, right? I like it. I like it. I'm on board. Okay. Cool. All right, so now we've got all the experiences. And furthermore, we can do this. So what I can do is I can say, when you're receiving a redstone signal, I want you to find a nearby player and keep their experience at a certain level. So in this case, we can make it like level 30. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a pretty decent sized area. Probably focused on this dude. How's that? Is that cool? So like when you're receiving a redstone signal, do that. And now all I have to do is throw a lever in front of this thing. Okay. And flip it on. Ta-da! Now, my experience will always stay at level 30, no matter what. Okay, so let's start getting our bookshelves going that we're going to need. So in Apotheosis, there's basically a progression line. And you'll be able to see what they are by looking at the recipes for things. So the main thing you're trying to do is get to max level Eterna. Because just like with vanilla enchanting, like the higher experience level you have, or the more bookshelves you have, the higher experience level you get access to, and the better enchants. So like, if you only have 3 or 4 bookshelves around here, you can get Fortune 1. But like, if you put enough bookshelves to get to level 30, you can get Fortune 3. In Apotheosis, it works the same way, but you can go all the way up to 100. But there's a limit on how many levels you can get per shelf. So bookshelves only let you get up to a max of 30 levels, and you get 2 Eterna per bookshelf. So for 15 bookshelves, you're getting 30 levels, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So technically speaking, I can break these 2 bookshelves and still be at level 30. But if I break this one, I am now at level 28. See it up there on the top? So, stuff and things, right? Now, I don't know if in vanilla corners count, but in Apotheosis they do. So, everybody always yells at me for putting bookshelves in the corners. Clearly it's working. We just saw it work. We just saw it work. So that's cool. So now we want to progress, right? So if we look at Apotheosis shelves, the next one that you want to work towards is the Hell shelf. That is made from nether bricks and blaze rods and potions of regeneration. And then you can infuse that Hell shelf by enchanting it. Now, in order to infuse it, you have to have at least 45 Eterna. And you can only get to 45 Eterna by getting Hell shelves. So that you can see there the max is 45. So we can't put, as we saw a minute ago, more oak bookshelves will not push us past 30, Hell shelves will. So that's what we're going to go make. So we're going to need some potions of regeneration, which is going to need gas tears, and then nether wart. Okay, so let's pop home real quick. And how am I for gas tears? Not great. Not great at all. Not great at all. So guess where I'm going and what I'm going to be doing for the next few minutes. Is there like a better way I could get gas tears? Well, there's some other options here. Nah, I do want to do this thing, but I don't know that I want to jump into that just yet. I could do this thing too. Yeah, I feel like I'm just going to be hunting in the nether. So let me actually do this. I kind of want looting on my main sword. There's no, like, possible chance. I could get sharpness, right? So what I could do, right, is come over here and toss this in there. And I got sharpness, smite, knockback, and unbreaking. And then I could disenchant this dude. And speaking of add-on, I think we got time reductions. Let me do this. And this. I'm gonna see if I have looting book in the thing, because I might actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I might have a looting. No, I don't see one. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. We're gonna automate this even better in a few minutes, but sharpness 3 and that's it? The worst. Sharpness and knockback. Boy, I'm getting some really not lucky enchants here, aren't I? Bane of Arthropods, that's even worse! Yeah, no, this is not gonna go my way. I'm gonna test. I'm just gonna see if it says looting on here, and if it doesn't, I'm done. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm done. I'm done. No more for you, sir. We need to automate this better, and that's definitely the plan. So I think step 1, I'm gonna need at least a couple gas tiers. So I'll go get them, and then we'll be back. What I actually did is I stole my Celestial Gem sword from the mob farm with looting on it. Guess how many ghasts I killed before I realized Drop's teleporter was still turned on. And I was saying to myself, why aren't I getting any gas tiers? Ooh, I got a good gas statue too. That's cool. I'm liking my little statue. We gotta play with that and actually like get them to produce stuff at some point. All right, so that's enough of those dudes. I just need some nether bricks, which we apparently have a bunch of, so that's cool. So that means we should be able to get some Apotheosis shelves. I just need some bookshelves. So how many of these do we need? I made enough potions for 9. We get +3, and we're currently at 45, so I need 5 of these, right? To get to 45. And as I said before, you can absolutely put these in other locations, right? So if I do Badoop and Badoop, that should be at 45. Yes, nice. Okay, and then I need one more that I can enchant. So if I put this in here, infusion requires level 45. So now I have to bump this guy up to level 45. Okay, and we're good to go. Nice. Now also note, real quick note on this, is a lot of these require a certain amount of quanta and or arcana. So some of these other shelves will require, you know, certain levels of arcana or quanta, and some of them require like a certain threshold even above and beyond. So pay very close attention to what this tooltip says, because some will say like at least 30, but no more than 60. So you have to be between the two. So pay very close attention to that. That's all the advice I can give you on that point, because it's definitely a little bit tricky to get the sweet spot of quanta and arcanas. So now that we've got this done, we should be able to enchant this dude. Boom. And then, hey, look at that. Cool. So now the Hell Shelf, okay, this guy is cool in that he, now that requires level 47. So I'm just going to probably bump this up to like 55. Because like as the levels go up, you have higher things. So this will let me get up to 60, by the way, which is kind of cool. Okay. Are we still at... Yes. Sweet and sweet. And sweet. Cool. All right. So these guys let me get up to 60. They are +5 Eterna and +5 Quanta. Cool. Now these guys can be upgraded even further to better versions of Hell Shelves. So there is the Blazing one, which gives you up to 65 Eterna, but your Quanta is also a +10%, and your Enchanting Clues goes down by 1. So you have 1 less hint at what the enchants are going to give you. But generally speaking, when I'm doing this, I don't care about Enchanting Clues. The other one you can get is Glowing, which adds Eterna, Quanta, and ups your Arcana some. So that's a cool one too. That'll also let you get up to a max of 60. So I might take, you know, some of these shelves and bump them up to the Glowing version. Do we not have glowstone like in a compacting drawer? Like where's all my glowstone sit? How is it not in a compacting drawer, I guess is my question. It's an exceptional question, by the way. Cool. And that gets me up to 55, which ain't terrible. And then this will get me up to 60, which is pretty cool, right? So now we can get up to level 60. So when I throw my sword in there, we'll get, you know, let's get up to 65 enchanting, right? If I throw like my sword in there, we can get some really nice enchants at this point. Like we can get Capturing 4, and we got Knowledge of the Ages off that guy, which is a good one to get, because remember I told you how good Knowledge of the Ages is for getting a lot of experience. Now we can get up to like Bane of Arthropods 5. Super exciting. Not. But yeah, you get the idea, right? Unbreaking 4, like all kinds of good stuff that we're capturing here. Now, I think we're probably getting close to wrapping up point, unfortunately, but we're going to come back next episode and make this even better, and we're going to get a better storage location. And what I'm going to do is put that on there right now as a to-do list. Where's my libraries? There you are. Enchantment Library, and then Library of Alexandria. The Enchantment Library is the earlier game version that you can get. You're just going to need like one of those infused hell shelves, so I'll make a couple of those. And then the Library of Alexandria requires 100 Eterna. and it needs at least 45, but no more than 50 quanta. And it requires exactly 100 arcana. So that one's a tricky one to craft, but it's going to be worth it. So for now, Darryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time, get deeper into Apotheosis, get some really overpowered enchants, and then automate this thing a little bit better, along with that library that we were just showing you, so that you could do some cool stuff. But for now, wrapping up point. So, take it easy.